Hello everybody, Illidaris is back with more Shadowbringers. I'm sorry I haven't been around. Real life can be such a butt. And I mean a butt. Yeah, I've been dwelling on things I shouldn't dwell on things. But anyways, we're gonna get back into this. He's got more work for us. Done tending the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! Not good. In the woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Sitherberg. Or Sitherval. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what a Tadia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for senators to appear. Are you going to just leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I would not risk them corrupting ones of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is a custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens, but now... then we'll get it. What if I could find it for you? I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Miss Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia? Descendant from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. Yes. She's like, I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Thancred doesn't need to know. What? Do you mean to say you'll come with me? You better believe it. Thank you. Let's hurry then, before he returns. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. There. The Sin Eaters. Oh gosh, not you again. Whoa. It's like they're looking for something. They're actually on the hunt. I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. What do you propose we do? Fighting them together here would make a lot of noise. We're trying to track beasts of our other eaters. But if we fought them separately and quiet, we would not have to worry about that. Alright then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other. Okay, looks like you're my target. Hopefully you die quick. Ow. Oh yeah, I got that quest, the Aether Current from him. It was just basically retrieve something. Retrieve this for me while I stand here and do nothing. You okay, Minfilia? Check. There you are. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. You okay? Here, let me heal you first. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. Gosh, give me a wide area to search, why don't you? Hey, Jane. Oh, there we go. Pile of leaves. It would take hours to search here. And with all the mobs here? Hey, I didn't come near you. What are you doing chasing me, you stupid beetle? You want to become lunch, don't you? Anybody for a burger made out of bug meat? It's got plenty of it. Sounds gross. Forget I said it. Alright, got it. There she is. Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I am to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Yelp. And watch Thancred be there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm level 77 now. I'm almost to 80 already. I tell you, I have an easy time just leveling White Mage. Healer comes second nature to me. Told you. Thancred, I can explain. Well, out with it then. I'm a grump. Thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist that you and your friends attend Todia's service as honored guests. There's still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others. It will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attending present to explain the proceedings. Jarek and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters, and as long as he accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you? Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Jarek has business with us. Is something the matter? They asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's been held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over to a nearby corner where you might place it. A lot of candles. Blue flame candle.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
She's got the right of it.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
You couldn't have told us right now? Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife, an unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This is one such petition. And you think it's an ancient petition that would somehow get us into Yamexia? Indeed we do. For it etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally to of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the rune's protectors to grant us a passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. But we have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan texts and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cetia, close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news isn't there, however, for it is in possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the children of the everlasting dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. You got it. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we are to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside to the west of Sulliberg, where the path diverges. Stealth mission! The encampment we seek it to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he ought to share the recent activity, but we must tread carefully. There's a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert, and I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that by doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them into a sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Fabulous! Come on, man. You'll be okay. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you aren't harmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. Your acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange. What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients or poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If meant the end of the list, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nest where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nest, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Gonna be killing spiders with bees. I've heard of crazier things. I did not know bees were the natural enemy of the spider. Seriously? Can't I be left alone? Camera's making me claustrophobic. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Got any meat? That's one beehive. Now you got the second one. Oh, these have super. They're really into taking their honey. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Does everything wish to kill me? Stupid pig. The guard returned to Silverbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How will you fare? Here you go. 2 buzzing beehives. This is more than enough. The children are certainly to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there's an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. Yeah, fate's kind to us, but... Stop chasing me. Vampire cup. I want you chasing me. We should move quickly before the children arrive. Yeah. Up there is the airway. Do you see it? I think I do. A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? Please do, Thancred. Oh, I wanted to see him throw him. That should do. Now we wait. What was that? Bees! By the abyss! They're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! There's a sentence I didn't think you'd hear. It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away by a further post. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see it to any signs of struggle were concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy you stolen more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it, Jade? Someone save the spiders! That's a sentence I thought I'd never hear. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you're enjoying the idea of my loafing about being bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness now, if you both are ready. Let's do this. Go on, I'll be right behind you. Wait, please save the spiders. I hope those bees made mincemeat out of them. Sometimes you just have to run through. Oh, what a place to end up. It's called The Womb. Fear my life. I'll purify you along with the Light Warden. Where's this monument? The font of seeing suggests this chamber. This is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distraction from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are odd, predating the founding of the blessed and the children, in fact. Were it not like to come here a second time, 'twould behove us to learn all that we can. The Muriel appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne attended by their subjects. Let's get a good look at that. Muriel appears to be fairly old. The knights shield himself and their comrade from approaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Hey! If you look at it, it's the Warriors of Darkness, or the Warriors of Light in our world. Because there's the white mage on the far left, the little tiny one. Then you got the paladin, who's right next to her. Then you have the human in the center, the black mage to the right of him, and the bard. Huh. The Muriel appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over which appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surrounding the warrior rejoicing in their victory.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this. There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place.
Okay.
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Jarek, did the mirrors appear to be any significance? Depiction of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. As a very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be used in the future. Let us hurry to Sitherbow, the others waiting. After you've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. I hope you make a good steak, Runar. I'm hungry. My character is. I'm not really. My character is like food. The idea of food. I'm bringing you this beetle to turn into a burger. Yeah, that's right. Run away, coward. Say, you aren't Jarek. Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you have more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help, and there's no one else I can turn to. It's my friend, Quinfort. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now he is training to become a priest of the Night Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed, frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger to the usual, but they're wrong. I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him. Get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope we find there's a way to cure it. There he is. Mwahaha! As foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Jarek. No one else must hear this. Not yet. My dreams are plagued with vision of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire. I believe it yet lives in the great wood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it Protector, some the Great Destroyer. The will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I must have been chosen, Jarek, to be the savior of Silabal. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? His dreams are a bad omen. You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I've made a terrible mistake. Please tell me you two have not communed with the will of a star or some such nonsense. Fallon, please, we are in the midst of an important discussion. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the woods, by the great serpent. Yes, Quinford, whatever you say. You've mocked me for the last time, Valen. I will summon the great serpent to this very day and prove you the truth of my visions. Quinford, wait! Where are you going? To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend, and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt without there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. Over there, I think I see him. I just knew it. Enough, Quinfort. Even you should recognize the dangers of wandering off alone in these woods. You really have gone mad, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Valen, but now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend. No, it cannot be. That's the great serpent? I see nothing great about that. What is it exactly? I refuse to believe that this is a serpent. That it's a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Haha. Don't be jealous, Valen. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. Okay, thanks, Jane. Well, it's a blue quest, but I wonder why. Oh, great serpent, I beseech you, grant me the strength to defend the Knight's Blessed, to stay the impending calamity that threatens the Great Wood. It's great. I can't believe this is happening. Look, if you wanted to keep that thing as a pet, I won't stop you, but we really should return home. No, you're right. To remain here any longer could place the great serpent in danger. But the question is, how do we transport it? I would not stand to see the great serpent debase itself crawling on its belly like a snake. Just pick the damn thing up and let's go. By the abyss, Valen, show some respect. I should think I should be the one to carry it, but I fear I am yet unworthy of such a burden. But you could protect the great serpent from the threats of the Great Wood, be they beasts or sin-eaters. And now you mean to drag Master Matoya's guest into your schemes? What will others think when he walks into Silverbar hosting that thing about? Here, put it in his sack. How would you know such thing? It's clean, dry, and most importantly, you can bring it into Slitherbow unnoticed. Fine. Listen, Jarek, the fate of the Great Woods quite literally rests in your hands. It goes without saying, we can't afford any mishaps. So I suppose we have no choice but to help him. I'll go ahead and find a place to keep his pet away from prying eyes. Oh, you're kidding me. I gotta transport this thing like this? Oh, gosh. Charge! Here should be safer at least. Let's have a look at the Great Serpent, shall we? Oh, fat little thing, isn't it? Good work, you two. Oh, can you believe it? The divine protector of the great woods here in Sitherbow. Within a sack of burlap did the champion carry the divine beast, and beneath the slithery boughs of the great wood did they find shelter. Chapter 31, verse 5 of the Gospel. Wow. Sigh. Pray him no mind. He is merely referring to his dream diary. Last time, that is not a diary. Have you forgotten how the Gospel foretold the events of that fateful day 2 years ago? How can I when you remind me of it every day? You continue to doubt me, but soon you will see. Together, the Great Serpent and I will save this village and all the Great Wood from oblivion. Scream. What have we gotten ourselves into? What is that all leading to? I'll do that in a minute. I just want to finish. Jerk, the guards told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner did you return than she locks herself away in her chambers, without so much a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire, and the stew will be ready, soon be ready. Okay. The stew sounds great. I hope it's not bug stew. I want a dungeon.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Sure.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source.
What are you saying?
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Umorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Great. They haven't given up their hunt. Meanwhile, in Eelmore,
Lord Forthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say, how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness. They have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve.
I'm sorry, but if you put a needle to his belly, would he pop like a balloon and fly around like...
Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king, nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. And the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord 4-3. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know. That their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception! What? How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
He's throwing a tantrum.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
Cuckoo! And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
The guard had been inflicted with the most terrible and infect. Oh gosh, what is that word? Efficacious poison? We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we must slow the poison advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread through his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is not what we can do but try and ease the pain. Ease his pain. Do not blame yourself, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is nigh impossible task. What of the rest of the blessed? How have they taken the news of Ilmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay. We cannot hope to oppose them and the children. I considered her conveying a convocation of all the Knights Blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Materia, I am truly sorry. We cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee? I am not wont to run from troubles. In fact, with Jarek's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Omorian's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Retikia, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done, unless, of course, you finally decipher that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact, and with it, we can prepare everything we need to enter Yamaja. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. For the night's blessed. Good. I leave the blessed in your capable hamsters, Runar. Very well. I see there is no change in your mind, but by all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You will have some experience with subquatic excursions, do you not? Then this should prove to be a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tusi? Mektikia? Or Mektia? They get complicated names. Well, as you see to that, Minfilia and I will remain here to help shore up Slytherfell's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. A little more than I'm quitting. Because I want that unlocked. Stupid beetle, leave me alone. You ready? There you are, ready for a swim? The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism, rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. The Ronkans sought to live in harmony with nature and considered certain animals to be sacred. Furthermore, foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as a protector of the wood, an arbiter of life and death. Below it were four others, each of equal in rank. The Corel, the Coldbeard, the Opo, and the Wolf. Characterized as the bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to three of these beasts in placing one's palm on monuments wrought in their image, and this must be done in specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from the three commandments which follow. Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the opal, rival thy kin, as all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one, peace comes to all who seeks harmony with their kin. Tablet says not of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments, alas. Hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Snake, opal, wolf. I got it, Yestola. Did you find it? This medallion. It bears the owl insignia of the Empire. There can be no doubt that this is the seal of Ronka. Well done, Jerry. We can begin our preparation to enter Yamaja in earnest. Bearing this seal, it should be possible to enter Yamaja unmolested by its guardians. I will go ahead and Southerbow and inform the others. When you have recovered from your excursions, meet us in the cavern leading east out of the village. Finally, the seal's gonna get dissolved. Good, you are here. Runar opened the gate for us but moments ago. Beyond lies Yumeja, presumably the White Warden. It did not take long for the Woods Protectors to find me when I last came here, and I expect them to fall upon us as quickly this time. Though we carry the seal, that is no reason for us to let down our guard. Now, let us seek out the Warden and put an end to its reign over these woods. Yeah, I want to fight it. I had never seen a wood bomb until now.
It would seem we have found them.
Yup.
You trespass upon sacred ground. Begone!
We did not come to! Stop! We mean you no harm.
Sister, is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
It appears to be genuine. Then perhaps there is yet hope.
Perhaps. We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity. Follow the azure flowers to our village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
Try not to stray from the path. All right?
They're fast.
Follow the flowers. Would it kill them to escort us? But if it affords us an opportunity to investigate Ixmaya, fine.
Ixmaya? Okay. Oh, go away. What the heck are you? You looked up like some kind of messed up Pokemon. It's like a messed up version of Bellsprout in its evolved forms. Oh, I'm supposed to be reading. I'm just reading, silently reading. I am Almet, chieftainess of Fano, who met her younger sister. Seamat, a pleasure. We were beginning to lose hope that you would come. I beg your pardon. These are troubled times for my people, though I can imagine what has compelled you to venture into our woods. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village, though I must warn you, it is a long way down to the forest floor, so do watch your step. Okay, let's get the attunement before I do anything else, and then I'm gonna quit. Seems they all have Met in their name. Okay, folks. Well, I bid you adieu. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.